Welcome back everybody to another video. Today we're here with this GMC Suburban. We're gonna do shocks, front and back. I'm gonna take you through step by step, tell you the tools you need, all the stuff, right? So please like, share, subscribe, help me out with this algorithm. It's been killing me, and let's get into it. Step 1, jack up the vehicle and take all 4 wheels off. Use a 22mm socket to remove the lug nuts. So if you have the Suburban K1500, the front shock's going to be a Duralast TS34-31021B. To get the shock out, we first have to remove this 18mm bolt, this 18mm nut on the top. And likewise, it's super dirty here, but that's an 18mm bolt, and there's an 18mm nut on the other side. You remove all that, then you just, if it doesn't fall out, then you might have to put a pry bar in here and just pull it out of this cup on the top and the bottom. So this guy's stuck in here, so I'm gonna use this little pry bar, get it out, and then do the same thing down here. And just play with it until it gets out. Compress it a little bit to slide it in. Get the bottom in first, then let it push back up on its own to get in over here. We're going to line up this top hole first, put the bolt through, because the bottom one is easier to mess with if you have to jack up the control arm in order to make it fit than it is to be down here and then try to look way up here depending on your work setup. So the way I did it, we're going to put this bolt in first, just put it in finger tight, and then we're going to get the bottom one lined up. Let me do that, and let's see if there's any issues that come across when I do the bottom one, and I'll let you know how to fix it. The only issue I had on this side was it wasn't straight, so the bolt went in this side but wouldn't come out that side. So you can take like a flathead or a pry bar, you put it here onto the metal ring or metal pipe that goes through the middle. You give it a tap until it lines up, and then you can push it through. Now that both of the bolts are through and they're hand tight, I'm going to go ahead and torque them down. I'm going to start up at the top and then tighten the bottom one. This thing's all tightened up. Now you're going to repeat the steps on the other side. It's going to be identical, just mirrored. After completing the other side, we're going to go in the back, and I'm going to show you how to remove and replace the rear shock. Here's the rear shocks, one on this side, one on the other side. You have a 21mm nut and a 21mm bolt. We're going to remove that first, and then we'll go to the top. Put a slight support on the axle just so it doesn't move a whole lot. And then you're going to pull this bolt out. Got this guy loose. Moving it around will help us get to the bolts up top, because this piece here is super fat and there's very little room to get the bolts. Tool you're going to want is a wobbly socket. I found these on Amazon. 13mm short socket, and then a big old extension, whatever you can get to work. So you see them bolts up there. So you're going to slide this up in there, get it nice and snug, make sure it's flush. You don't want to strip these bolts out. You will slit your own wrists and sit in the bathtub if you do that. So make sure it's on good. Come down here, use a wrench, remove the bolts. A helpful tip, if it's too tight at the top, have a second person push it over like that, either way, left or right, in order to get a better angle on the bolt you're removing. For the rear shocks, I'm using KYB gas adjust, and the part number is KG54100. Clean up whatever you need to clean up from taking the old one out. put one bolt in, a few threads, then you slide the shock in, slide it over, line up that hole, and now you can put the second bolt in. After having both bolts in, hold it center, hold the shock center so that the bolts have the same amount of contact patch, then torque those guys down. Line up the bottom hole of the shock, put the bolt in, and then we're going to put washer and nut. The washers and nuts face out, and the bolt comes in from the diff. So on that one too, it doesn't really matter, but after getting both of the shocks in and torqued down, you're done in the back. Put the wheels back on, torque down the lug nuts, and put the hubcap on. Hopefully this video helped you guys save some money. You should be showing all your sons and daughters how to do this so that they actually have some skills. So, like, share, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Wrench on.